This next video asks probably the most important question in the universe is why being? Why is there something rather than nothing? If we think of the traditional setting that there is this God out there that is perfect in every way, omnipresent, omnipotent, sitting in complete bliss, why would he find the need to create man or the universe? It doesn't make any sense to me. So um, that is just a huge question there. Why would a perfect being need to create imperfect beings to be around and have worship him? Other questions in God is going just back here. Does God exist? Question mark. Why the big secret? Why don't you reveal yourself? Um, Also, if we give all these great qualities to God, how did evil ever come into being? Why would you create a universe with evil and suffering, babies dying in fires, and people with horrific diseases and all kinds of things? So, given those just those quick thoughts, um, it would seem that God does not exist. Um, so then, if God doesn't exist, what is all of this? It seems to be just this grand accident by mere chance that there is this existence. Uh, Probably that it existed for all time, going back uh, for eternity backwards and going to go through eternity forward, that just some type of existence, being, universe of somethings and nothings and good and evil and so forth, kind of the yin yang scenario. Just this vicious cycle of good and bad and accidents and up, down, black and white seem to exist for all of eternity. So that brings you to the question, is there a purpose to the universe, and is it just meaningless? Well, here on Earth, we like to think that our lives have meaning, we have families, jobs, and do things, and then you die, and there is no meaning again for that person. There's meaning for the other people that live or survive, and there is a legacy that seems to go on as long as there's human beings to keep that legacy going. Um, but whether there's a grand purpose to the universe, uh, it doesn't seem that way. It seems that Nietzsche's view of nihilism, that there is just no overall grand purpose, meaning to the universe, that we as limited human beings give meaning to our existence, but that there is no overriding purpose to the universe. Um, Other big questions, does time and space exist outside of mind? Uh, that's interesting, kind of a Berkeley type discussion. When we die, the world ends. Uh, we become nothing, and the world for us ceases to exist, time and space. But then there's other minds to keep it going. So they are perceiving the world, and so time and space exist in their minds. So what happens if existence on Earth, if there's a nuclear holocaust or something, are there minds then to um, perceive the universe, and is it just sitting there um, unperceived at that point? So that's just kind of a question. I guess it's not really going to matter if you become nothing and then all your kids become nothing eventually, and everybody you know, and all human beings and all beings, period, maybe in the entire universe, if they're not there to perceive it, does it really matter if there's this outside time and space still existing? And maybe Nishi was right, then that cycle would then go again and reproduce beings again, if you had infinity, then to reproduce beings through Darwinism and evolution and all of that. So that's interesting. Then you go to, if it just seems that there's this big grand accident, we do have a mind and we do have a free will. So how powerful is this mind to overcome this temporary human life that we have? Can this mind, with the addition of free will, escape the bounds of of evil and limits and somehow find a way to live consciously in eternity? Is that something that could be done? Um, every person that has ever lived on Earth, 50 billion people, they've all died. But given that we're going to a new age, is this something that would be possible to escape that and somehow live for eternity with a conscious mind? So that's kind of interesting. So that's just a general discussion of some of the bigger questions. A lot of the um, philosophers and physicists always talk about what is being, but almost bigger than that, more important than that, is the why.